Yes, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me again in your lunch hour, guys. I do appreciate it on this Monday afternoon, guys. We've got quite a bit to talk about today. But before we start the show, you know what to do, guys. Go and smash that like button, guys. Subscribe as well if you're new around here as well. I'd appreciate it. We're on our way to 5K subscribers now. So we're pushing hard. The subs are going up and up and up. I appreciate everyone. All the new subscribers that have joined recently, big up to you as well. Thank you very much for joining me on this channel and on my journey. I do appreciate it. Yeah, a lot to talk about today. Obviously, Szoboszlai is through the door. That deal is done. I believe Liverpool have put out a tweet earlier saying the little video will be out on it later on today as well. So look out for that on your timelines, guys. Obviously, Alexis McAllister, he came through the door nice and early in this transfer window. That was all done. Two excellent midfielders so far. Very good. I'm proper happy. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we've been a bit down. We've been a bit depressed as Liverpool fans the last, 12 months. And rightly so. The season didn't go to plan. We had a poor last transfer window last summer. You know, and you weren't a great time. We're feeling a bit down and depressed about it all. But now this is a bit of a pick me up. I'm feeling happy. I don't know about you guys in the chat. Right now, I'm feeling happy about being a Liverpool fan right now. Two stellar signings through the door. Rivals are already talking. Rivals are already talking it up. Oh, Liverpool are back. We got to start doing stuff. You know, people are worried, man. People are worried. But obviously we've got a lot more than that to come through the door this summer. I believe Liverpool go buy 2 or 3 more players this summer to add to this squad. The owners, the club, they all know this team needs a massive overhaul. You know, massive overhaul. And hopefully they're getting their act together and actually doing something about it. So, as I said, McAllister and Szoboszlai are through the door. And now we are looking at defensive midfield options. So, obviously, I believe Liverpool wanted Kone from Borussia Monchengladbach. Now, there is some chat about amongst some people on Twitter right now in the Liverpool communities that, you know, Liverpool are still looking at Kone. I don't know the seriousness of his injury yet. A lot of people are saying he's done his ACL. A lot of people just saying it's a twisted knee. I don't know if there's communication come out exactly what he's done yet. But Liverpool are apparently looking at Kone. Now, if Kone has done his ACL, obviously that's a no-go. He's going to be out for almost a year. So Liverpool going for the next one down in their list. And the next one down in their list is one Roméo Lavia from Southampton. Now, this Lavia deal has split the fan base pretty much 50-50. You know, some Liverpool fans are like, yeah, I'm excited by it. Some Liverpool fans are saying, they think he's a good player, but the time might be not right now. And I'm sort of in between. I'm not sure in the Lavia stuff. You know, Southampton want apparently a £50 million for him. There's big teams in for him. You know, City have got a buyback clause on him that's activated in 12 months' time. If no one buys him, Arsenal are interested in him. Liverpool are interested in him. So there must be something about his game that interests these top teams that want to get this young guy. Look, he's only had one professional season, and that was last year at Southampton. You know, he's a Man City youth boy. And it's a bit of a gamble. It is a bit of a gamble because 50 million quid on a young kid who had one decent season at Southampton in his professional career so far, it's a gamble no matter what anyone says. And Liverpool don't usually take gambles. The thing with Liverpool Football Club and the way we do transfer business, we don't usually take a gamble like this. So that's why I'm always very interested in this transfer for Lavia. Because we're not really that gambling sort of team, and especially 50 million. So it's interesting. We sort of done it with Darwin Núñez last season, you know, spending 65 million on Darwin after he had, you know, one massive breakthrough year. Obviously, he played for Benfica the year before that as well, and he's been at other teams professionally. But his real breakout year was the season before we bought him. You know, it's a bit of a gamble for a lot of money that at the moment it's not paid off just yet, but there's a lot of belief that it will, and I hope it does. And I'm looking at this Lavia deal and thinking, is this too much? Is this too much of a gamble? Is it too much of a gamble? But Liverpool look like they're very interested in him. Apparently, Klopp wants him. It's the player Klopp wants. Liverpool are very split at the moment. Liverpool want Thuram. They're very interested in Thuram. Apparently, Lilian Thuram, Khéphren Thuram's dad, famous father, French international legend, he wants him to go to Liverpool. He wants Khéphren to go to Liverpool. Khéphren Thuram himself, really wants the Liverpool transfer. Klopp really wants a defensive, more minded midfielder now. I think Kone was the one they wanted, but when Kone did his knee, I think Liverpool went down to the next one on their list, and that was Roméo Lavia, and that is the player they're looking at. But is it a gamble? What do you guys in the chat think? Is it a gamble going for Lavia, or would you not mind having them and just go for both? Because there is talk about that. Liverpool might just go for both, you know, because they're not going. Thuram, I think, is going to cost you around that £35 million mark. Liverpool think they can get Lavia for the cheaper amount of money that Southampton are asking for. Southampton are asking for 50 mil. I think Liverpool feel like they can get Lavia for around that £40 million mark. Could Liverpool just go for both? Could they just go, sod it, let's go and get both players. Let's just go and get both of them. If Liverpool do low, players have to leave. Players have to leave because there's too many midfielders in that team. So someone will have to leave. What does that mean for Stefan Bajcetic? What does it mean for him? What does it mean for Stefan Bajcetic? Because he came through last season. Yes, was he part of this team last year? Was he meant to be part of this team last year? No. Injuries happened in our midfield. We needed reinforcements. Bajcetic came through and took his place and played extremely well. He played so well, in fact, that he left Fabinho on the bench for him. That's how well Bajcetic came in and played. Now, he got his injury, and now I'm looking at it and thinking, well, Liverpool are after Lavia. Liverpool are after Lavia as a defensive midfielder. What does that mean for Stefan Bajcetic? Because he's a defensive midfielder by trade as well. He can probably play a little bit more forward. But what does that mean for him? Do Liverpool look at it and think, right, Lavia's better? We're going to go and get Lavia. He's a better player in their opinion, who's got more about his game that Stefan Bajcetic has got. Because that is a worry. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are like, why are we going for Lavia when we got Bajcetic there? You know, why are we doing it? We've got young Stefan there. He's got a bright future. Why are we going to get Lavia? Same sort of age range, but we're spending 50 million on a player that might be a gamble. You know, when we've got young Stefan there, when we've seen already, he's not a gamble. He's actually a good footballer that we can nourish and make into one of our own for the next few years. So it's an interesting one. Because I don't know where Stefan plays if Lavia comes in. Because if Lavia comes in and Fabinho's still at the football club, they're your two number sixes next season. There's no doubt about it. Liverpool's two number sixes next season will be Lavia and Fabinho. They'll probably rotate. They might even play together in some games. And then you got the arguability. Then you can argue that Trent can come in and play alongside a Lavia or a Fabinho in that double pivot area. You know. So again, where does Stefan play? And then people want Stefan to play further up the pitch and as a number 8. As you play him as a number 8. The problem is then you got McAllister in front of him. I would say you've got Curtis Jones in front of him. You got obviously Szoboszlai in front of him. So, and if we get another player, if we do get a Thuram or something like that, you got Thuram in front of him. So people are going to have to leave the football team in this midfield area. There's no doubt about that. So I do worry about Stefan's future next season. And we do know with Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp doesn't like to have youngsters not playing football. He did it with Harvey Elliott. He said Harvey Elliott was too good to play the under-23s anymore. but he weren't getting game time, so he sent him on loan to Blackburn. Same with Tyler Morton. He said Tyler Morton was too good to play the under-23s now. He needed to play big boy football, so he sent him on loan to Blackburn for a whole year, and apparently had a really good season. So Klopp doesn't like youngsters not playing. He doesn't want them in the under-23s if he thinks they're too good for that anymore. But he doesn't want them just sitting in the squad and not playing and not developing. So, what do you reckon happens with Stefan, guys, in the chat? Let me know right now. What do you think happens with Stefan in the chat? Does Stefan stay at Liverpool next season, or does Jurgen Klopp put him out for a year loan? Remember, he's 18, 19. He could probably do with a loan. I think it might be good for him. Let me know in the chat right now, guys. What does Liverpool do with Stefan next season? Big up Sean in chat. How you doing, my friend? Thuram and Lavia together equals Casado. What would you do? Yeah, I've heard people talk about this. Like, if we're going for a Thuram and a Lavia, why don't we just go and buy Casado? And this is a point. Me and Fozzie spoke about this last night, and I'm not sure why. Maybe Liverpool just don't rate him. Maybe Liverpool just don't rate him like we rate him. You know, we obviously all rate him really highly. My only feeling is that Liverpool don't rate Casado and prefer Lavia or preferred Kone. I literally do think Liverpool wanted Kone. If Kone never got injured, I literally think that would have been Liverpool's next player to come through the door. Was Kone. I really do. I think they were looking at him strongly. They wanted him, but that knee injury now has just messed everything up. And I think Liverpool are now going for a Lavia. They need defensive reinforcements. There's no doubt about it. And the fact that we're looking at defensive reinforcements as well in our midfield must say something against Stefan Bajcetic as well. You know, we're looking for defensive midfield reinforcements. So maybe Liverpool don't see Stefan as a future defensive midfielder. Maybe they see him playing further up the field a little bit. You know, maybe a more of an advancing midfielder. Maybe they don't see him in that role because it's not like we're looking at an experienced DM to come in. I'll be like, oh, we're looking at an experienced number 6 to come in. It's different, but we're not. We're looking for a young number 6. Kone, under 21 player. So we're looking for a young DM to come in when we've already got a young DM there in Stefan Bajcetic. So do Liverpool not trust Stefan? Do they not think he's got a future? Or do they think Stefan and Lavia can be the future of Liverpool going forward? Do they think them two can be the future of Liverpool going forward? The thing with Fabinho's got 2 years left on his deal yet. So Fabinho's not going anywhere in my opinion. Although I think we probably should let Fabinho go. I think he's going to stay around for a couple of more years. So if that's the case, you know, if Fabinho's going to stay around for a couple of years, he's going to stay in the squad. So you got Fabinho and then Lavia and then Stefan. Maybe you send Stefan out on loan then. Maybe that's the reason you send Stefan out on loan. Let him get that experience somewhere where he's going to play every week at a proper side. Get that experience. Get that physicality into his game, because I think that's what Stefan needs. He needs a bit more physicality into his game because he's got the technical attributes. There's no doubt about that. Technically, and attributes wise, Stefan Bajcetic has got that, right? But he hasn't got that physicality, and maybe that's what he needs a little bit more of, especially coming back from this injury. He's going to need a little bit more of that, but he's definitely injured. Big up Promo. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Maybe we convert Fabinho into a centre-back. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I just don't know. Would you trust Fabinho at centre-back? Would you trust Fabinho at centre-back? Big up Nicholas Lavia is a no-brainer. He could play CDM. High transfer, low wage, 19, no registration issues. And when he turns 22, he'll be homegrown. That is very true. We sell Matip or Gomez and convert Fabinho into a centre-back, says Promo. Just Karen in the house. How you doing? If Stefan said it is the truth, let him and Lavia fight for the place. Also, both him and Lavia can play 8s, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. Very true. Big up, Gory. How you doing? Klopp and Liverpool will never look at a play in just one position mindset. Full faith in them. If it's me, I'm selling Thiago and bringing in Thuram and Lavia. We have such a future-proof midfield. That is very true. Big up Danny. Big up yourself, Jamie. Your passion and content, bro. It would be great if we get another young quality midfielder, preferably. Thuram, his brother is a beast. Terminator aggressive. Big up, Danny. Kind words, man. Kind words. Stays. Letting go on loan. No rush on the 21s. Promo saying Caicedo is not a DM. Yeah, there's a lot of people who think he could be a box-to-box midfielder. Caicedo can't play two roles at once in the same game. How can you not rate Caicedo but want Lavia and Thuram? Couldn't possibly be that. I'm not sure. What we got to remember by Caicedo, this is the same thing with Lavia in a way. Yes, I know Caicedo played a few games last season, but this season, no, the season before. So last season, was Caicedo's breakout season, wasn't it? The season before that, he played a handful of games, but this season just gone was Caicedo's like breakout season, where everyone's like, "Wow, this kid is special." So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm with you, Scraps. I'm with you. Like if you're looking at Lavia for 50 million, you're looking at Thuram. Just put that together and go and buy Caicedo. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the answer is. Maybe Liverpool know that Brighton got their pants pulled down a little bit on the McAllister deal, and they're not going to really entertain maybe Caicedo going to Liverpool after the McAllister deal, and also maybe because of the way they sold McAllister so cheap, that they want a lot of money for Caicedo. You know, it might be like the Borussia Dortmund thing when Borussia Dortmund let go. They had Haaland and Bellingham in their side. They're two top players. Haaland went that year. Bellingham went the year after because they couldn't afford to let their two top players leave in one transfer window. Maybe Brighton are looking at that. Maybe Brighton are looking. We let McAllister go. If we let Caicedo go in the same transfer window, it's going to do a lot of damage to our team. Yes, Brighton have got a very good recruitment system. They've got Mohamed Dahoud in already. So they've got a very good recruitment system. But losing McAllister and Caicedo is massive. That's huge. So maybe they're looking at Caicedo and going, nah, 70 million is too cheap. If you go and want him, it's going to be around 80, 90 million. Maybe they're looking at that kind of pricing. So it's definitely interesting, man. It's definitely interesting. I think any player gets 2 years left in his contract and doesn't sign an extension should be sold. I agree with you. There is that. See, look, Liverpool haven't really sold anyone for like proper money wise for a long time. You know, you look at all the players coming to 2 years end of their deals. They're going to 1 year end of their deal and then they're leaving for a free. Usually, when you got a player that's got 2 years left on their contract, you're trying to look at doing a new deal for them. You know, trying to get that deal over the line to extend by another year or two. So it gives them 3 more years on their contract. If they're not willing to sign a new contract with 2 years left to go in their deal, you have to start thinking in the back of your mind, maybe we should be letting this player go because once they go to 1 year left on their deal, the transfer fee you're going to get for that player is going to go down some. And then the player has all the power. Once a player knows they got 1 year left on their deal, that player is more powerful. So when a player's got 2 years left on their deal and they're not willing to sign a new contract, the team has more of the power and can, you know, right, you're not going to sign a deal, we're going to let you go and get a higher price for that footballer. So I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Loan Harvey Elliott and sell Fabinho. Does anyone in the chat actually think Harvey Elliott's going anywhere this summer? Let me know in the chat, guys. Does anyone actually think Harvey Elliott's going anywhere this summer? I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if Harvey Elliott goes anywhere this summer. I think Klopp really rates Harvey Elliott and he has his trust. And I think with them two things alone, I just don't see Harvey going anywhere. I really don't. Big up Jamrock. Hear me out. If there was any way we could get our hands on Onana, he would be the person I'll be looking at as my CDM, and he's still 21. Amadou Onana. Where's Amadou Onana play? I can't remember now. Big up to you, Jamrock. And it's going nowhere. Yeah, exactly. Kai Havertz still to Arsenal is £331,000 a week. No, that can't be true. Please tell me this is not true. No, he can't be on £17 million a year. That can't be true. No. Oh, the Everton player. I remember now. Yeah, the Everton player. Oh, I don't like him. I don't think Onana's that good. I don't rate him. Yeah, I'm with you now. Yeah, I don't rate Onana. 331 grand a week. That can't be true. That can't be true. No, Arsenal are not that stupid. £331,000 a week or 17 million a year, according to a German newspaper, Blind. Just to compare both, the Mason Mount deal and Sir Bosselai deal, who got the better deal? Oh my god! Oh my god! Surely Arsenal are playing 331 grand a week. Surely not. Mohamed Kudus. Yeah, I've heard that. He might be the replacement. Is he better than Casado? I don't think so. So that's a downgrade. Mohamed Dahoud is not better than McAllister. So yeah, Nana's all right. He's a good player. I just feel like I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool though. Otherwise, he wouldn't be at Everton, in my opinion. Havertz earning 200 grand a week more than Sabosala. Yeah, so Sabosala is on 120 grand a week, guys. 120 grand a week. And there's Liverpool fans out there on Twitter and on the socials that are unhappy with that. You can't make this up. There are Liverpool fans on the socials and on YouTube and stuff like that that are unhappy that Sabosala is only on 120 grand a week. They're like, why are we so cheap? Why are we not giving him proper wages? Why are he on close to 200 grand a week? He's like, what are you chatting about? What? You want us to do a Mason Mount? So Man United apparently going to sign Mason Mount. Apparently he's got his medical set and all this sort of stuff, yeah? And he's going to be a Man United player by the end of the week, right? Man United are lining him up for 250 grand a week. 250 grand a week. Man, this is mad, you know. Harvey and his father have been Liverpool fans all day. I can't see Elliot leaving Liverpool. Yeah, I know. It ain't going to happen, man. Kudos is a 10. I thought you played the defensive midfield. Like, he can play that sort of like hold him. Yeah, Kudos is a 10, ain't he? I'm thinking of Alvarez. Is it Alvarez? Alvarez, the Ajax defensive midfielder? I'm thinking of him. I'm thinking of him. Cooper Miners would be suited to Brighton. I think that would be a good transfer. I really do. Big up, Luke J. Do you think we'll get another CM or CDM? Yeah, I do. I think it'd be Lavia personally. Yeah, exactly. This is what you're meant to do. You know, you bring players in on a good wage, a good earning wage, and then you give them the incentive to get better. You know, look at what they did. Look what Man United did to Jadon Sancho. I don't think Jadon Sancho is a bad player. I just feel like Jadon Sancho went to Man United, got the move he wanted, and then they gave him 300 grand a week straight away. When you're like that as a young player, because Jadon Sancho is a young boy, when you're like that and you get 300 grand a week, and if you have a bad game and a bad week, you still get 300 grand a week. If you're having a really good game, you still get 300 grand a week. Where's the incentive to improve your game? What are they going to do when Jadon Sancho needs a new contract? Give him 350 grand a week? Well, it's just madness. Same with Mason Mount. Mason Mount's getting 250 grand a week, yeah? Where's the incentive for Mason Mount to improve his game? These wages are getting out of control for average footballers. I'm all for top players getting the best wages, yeah? But too many average or okay or good footballers are getting wages they don't deserve. They really are. They're getting wages now they don't deserve. Mason Mount should not be on £250,000 a week. He just shouldn't be. He's a good player, but it's madness. It's just money mace. You know what I mean? It's just too many. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Edson Alvarez. Yeah, he's a DM, ain't he? And for Ajax, he's a good player. Yeah, so this is a rumour going around today. Jay, what do you think of Thiago changing his Instagram to Liverpool out? Now, I've seen this. I'm not on Insta, so I don't know about all this sort of stuff. But apparently, people were saying that he never had it in his Insta bio in a way. I don't know if that's true or not. You guys are gonna have to tell me. I don't go on Insta and all that, so I don't know. But has he got his name? Did he ever have Liverpool in his bio ever? Because a lot of people on Twitter saying he never had it in his bio to start with. So I'm not sure. Be up, Frank. Everton won't sell us anyway. We don't need any other players who struggled for years. Exactly. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Hood. Yeah. Big up, Miss Sinclair. Big up, Jamie. Hope the family's good. How good does it feel with options and signings? Got this weird feeling something brewing with that minor investment. Then again, it could just be due to savings. Yeah, I've got a video out again tonight, guys, at 6 p.m. tonight. So make sure you join me at 6 p.m. tonight. We're actually going to talk about FSG. That's an FSG video at 6 p.m. tonight where we're going to talk about it because I've got some news on that. So, yeah, make sure you join me tonight and we're going to chat about that. Jamie, we'll have the better season next year. Elliot or Curtis Jones. If we're going to play the way we ended the season with the same setup, Curtis Jones. Jay, football chat. Who do you think is closer to the first team, Ben Doak or Kay Gordon? Ben Doak. Sancho doesn't even play for Leeds. Harrison, way better. Yeah, it's mad, ain't it? It's mad. When they go to that 331 grand a week and 90 million. It's just mad, ain't it? It's just mad. So Bossalai will have a better season than Mount. That's hope, man. I agree, though. Money made. Money mace. Money mace. Money mace. Yeah, it's the carrot and a stick approach. Give extra motivation to do well and you earn more. Exactly. You know, we've always done that. Didn't Jota come into Liverpool at first on 95 grand a week and then like Diaz on 100 grand a week? You know, they got incentives to get better. You know, we've only just given Salah a massive wage. You know, Mo's had 2 contract extensions at Liverpool and now he's on his biggest one. He's on 350 grand a year. But look how long that took us to get Mo to 350 grand a year. And now he's happy. Yeah, because the incentive, he kept going. Liverpool went, right, here's your reward, 350 grand a week. There's your reward. Massive money. And Sancho is on 50 grand less than that at Man United right now, at this young age. Where's the incentive to get better? You know, it's like Conor McGregor. Look at Conor McGregor, yeah? Conor McGregor made £1 billion, yeah? He's a billionaire, basically, right? He has no motivation to fight because what's it matter? Conor McGregor fights and loses. It doesn't matter because his whiskey, his Guinness rip-off, his beer, and his brand make more money alone than he ever will make fighting again. So he has no ambition for him now. He can fight and he could lose and it won't matter a dime because there's no ambition. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. And that's the same with these young footballers, giving them too much money too soon. As I said, I'm all for players getting paid their worth. I really am. If a player is that good and he deserves 600 grand a week, give him 600 grand a week. You know, if he's that good and deserves that pay, give it to him. I'm not bothered. But giving these young kids that haven't proved their worth yet 2, 3, 400 grand a week. For me, it's just mad because you're 21 years old and you're picking up 300 grand a week. You have a good game, it doesn't matter. You get 300 grand a week. You have a bad game for 5 games in a row and you're sitting on the bench. It don't matter because you're waking up every morning with 300 grand a week and you know it at the end of the week. You know, you're never out of pocket. Where's the incentive to get better? It's a mad one for me. It's a mad one. James NK says Elliot needs a loan. I'm starting to agree with that, but I just don't think Klopp's going to let him go. Do you think Trent will play in midfield next season, Jamie? Great show, bud. Big up to you, my friend. I do appreciate it. Do I think Trent? No, I think Trent will play right back and he'll play that inverted role where he goes into midfield in certain games. Now, Klopp might play new systems because if you're looking at the players we're buying, you know, McAllister and Szoboszlai, they're more technical, gifted midfielders that like getting further up the field, like being creative. So I think we're going away from the old 4-3-3 that we played under Klopp. I think we're going to more technical side of the game. We're going to a more possession-based game. So maybe that gives freedom. I think Trent's going to have a quality year next year. I said this with Fozzie last night. I think Trent next season could break the assist record in the Premier League. I got this feeling because I feel like he's going to get more space on the pitch next season. Because if he's playing this inverted role and you've got a McAllister on the pitch and you've got a Szoboszlai on the pitch and you've got a Thuram or a Lavia on the pitch, you're going to open up more spaces for Trent Alexander-Arnold to get into positions that he's going to be threatening in. And if that's the case, I think Trent could have a madness next year. I really do. Trent is my early shout-out player of the year for Liverpool. He's my early shout-out player of the year for Liverpool. Really is. Big up retired Slatan with a super chat. Much love to you. Jamie, 330 grand a week for a giraffe. Havertz, Arsenal must be a rich zoo. It's a mad one, man. It's a mad one. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me why he's on that deal. That's just madness, man. Football is out of control, just like the music and film industry has. Yeah, exactly. Big up Tom. I saw John W. Henry at the Monaco Grand Prix, probably twerking at Liberty Media, and they're looking at the Prem now as the cash is out. Yeah, could be. Again, I'm going to talk about the FSG stuff at 6 p.m. tonight, guys. So make sure you come back at 6 p.m. tonight, and we will chat about everything FSG. Big up, Mickey. How you doing, man? Being well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. What defenders do you fancy at Liverpool? Look, I'd go and get Gavardol. If I was Liverpool, I'd go and get Gavardol. I don't think Gavardol is what everyone makes him out to be right now, but I think he's got a bright future. So I'd go and get him. But for defenders, I don't think there's a lot of great defenders out there at the moment. I ain't gonna lie. I think all the best defenders are pretty settled at their football clubs and be very hard to get out of them clubs. I don't think there's a great deal. I think we're in a generation of defenders around Europe and around the world that ain't as good as they were 10 years ago. Because the way the game is changing into more of an attacking game now, or even from a defending standpoint. If you look at the way teams defend in an attacking way, you know, and we've moved on in the way the game is played now, and I don't think defenders are as good as they once were. Obviously, there's got to be some good players out there. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, you could take a punt on Van der Ven, I suppose. You know, you've got the geezer at Sporting Libs, at Sporting that everyone keeps running about in Sal, whatever his name is. Inkinsal. Is it Inkinsal? Who everyone's chatting about. You got players like that you can take a punt on. And but I ain't gonna lie, the defensive part of the centre backs around, unless they're top tier and they're locked down, it's gonna be very hard to get a quality number two in quality centre back. Pau Torres, he's gone to Aston Villa, ain't he? I'm not the biggest fan of Pau Torres. It's a very mistake. I like the Palace defender. What's it? Guayi at Palace. He's pretty decent. Players like that. I think Liverpool go. You look at a young centre back. If Liverpool bring a defender in, I don't think it's going to be an experienced, ready today, sorry, sort of centre back, like a Virgil coming in or anything like that. I think they're going to be looking at a young centre back that's going to be there for the long term. So it's interesting. I'm not sure. He, Ian Cow, in the cow. Yeah. So he's the player. I know a lot of Liverpool fans want him. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Jamie, the centre back you'd think would get, which one would you prefer? I do like Guayi from Crystal Palace, but I don't think he's good enough for what we want. Timber's gone to Arsenal. That was one we were linked with. I was like, maybe. I'm not a massive fan of Timber. I think he's a little bit, everyone's going mad over his YouTube clips. But I've seen Timber play, and yeah, I'm not sure. Pavard to cover the fullbacks as well. Yeah, the thing with Pavard, he's 27, ain't he? It's just not. I think he's just too old for Liverpool to go for. I really do. I'd be surprised if we go for him. I really would. Yeah, he's 27, Pavard. I just don't think. I just don't know. I don't know. Let me show you something there, guys. So let's show you this. So this is Lavia, guys. So Roméo Lavia. This is who we're after. This is who I think Liverpool might get. So apparently he does have a Premier League trophy. He doesn't. He weren't old enough. Right. So transfer market had got him valued as 32 million quid. When you look at what Southampton are wanting, around that 40 to 50 million, that's about right. He does have one Belgian cap. He's 181 centimeters, what's that, about 6'2". He's only 19 right now. He's a Belgian international. He's had that one cap. There's most of these things there. So main position is that defensive midfield area where he's basically played. Obviously bought from Southampton the following year. As you can see here, his market value has grown. Obviously from Man City under 23s at 17, and his market value has gone up. He went as valued at around 25 million when he went to Southampton last season, and now his market value is just going up and up and up. And there we see his. If I get his stats up, let's get his stats up. There you go. Let's get his stats up here. So he's played 81 games in that defensive midfield area, and he's played 8 games in a central midfield area. So DM is where he prefers to play. In the Premier League last year, he played 29 games, scoring 1 goal, 9 yellow cards in 29 games. And that's really, that's really it for Lavia. He's had one professional season. This is why I'm saying, is it a gamble? Is Lavia a gamble, guys? What do we think? Is he a gamble? Yeah, Lavia already had an assist with Jota last day of the season. I definitely remember that. Yeah, it's not small. He's a 6-foot boy, 182 centimeters. I think it's about 6'1", ain't it? So he's a tall boy. He's got height on him. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's his breakout season. He played 36 Premier League 2 games the year before last. Then last season he played 29 Premier League games. And then before that, 18 under 18, he played 11 games, 4 UEFA League. He played 4 EFL trophies, 4 EFL Cups. So yeah, it's a breakout year for him last season. And Scraps is right. We already have a project DM in Stefan Bajcetic. It's what we're saying. You know, this is a project player, and we have one in Stefan Bajcetic or Bajcetic already. So do we? Is it worth getting Lavia? Do the club see Lavia and Stefan as the future? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not a gamble. It's that you put that payback clause in. No, this is what I'm saying as well. City want him again. Arsenal want him. Liverpool want him. So there's a lot of big clubs after him. So he's got to be special. He's got to be special. Thuram looks more advanced as a player. Doesn't look like a DM to me. I'd rather not Roméo Lavia. We have to buy him this season because City have that buyback clause. Yeah, big up Friday Cole. What are you doing, man? Yeah, so that would that's Lavia stats, guys. It's interesting. It's interesting, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Should Liverpool go after it? Should Liverpool be all over this? Is he special? Is he talented? Is he that player that can give us, you know, that next step in his development? Is he that sort of player? Big up, Aaron. How you doing, man? How you doing? Well, Lavia has far more developed than. Yeah, and that's the thing as well. You know, he played 29 Premier League games last season. Stefan played a handful of games. So you would say that Lavia is probably a year ahead of his development over Stefan at the same age. So that is a good point as well. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I wouldn't mind it. That's the thing. You know, he's got a lot to his game. He could have a bright future. We could get this boy in a couple of years' time. We could all be chatting about him. Remember as well, as soon as he becomes 22 in a couple of years' time, he becomes homegrown as well. So maybe that's the thing they're looking at as well. Big up, Sadiq. Been a while, my man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I think Gabriel Vega's going. I think Man City are looking at him. Yeah, I think Man City are looking at him. Yeah, it's an interesting one, ain't it? It's definitely an interesting one. I'm not sure about it because we got DMs in that position. If that makes sense, we got DMs in that position, so I'm not quite sure. Rumours that Morton might be leaving on a permanent. He probably has to. I mean, Morton's never going to play for Liverpool. We've just got Szoboszlai in and McAllister in, and we're looking at Lavia and Thuram. You know, Morton's never going to play for Liverpool Football Club, so sell him. This is something we've got to do a little bit more of, guys, as well. Just sell players we know and never go to play for Liverpool. You know, they're never going to play for Liverpool. Sell them now. There is no point loaning them. And then what happens is they have a year left on their professional contract. They're not going to sign another one for Liverpool. So they just go for a free eventually. And we lose out on money yet again. It's a pointless exercise. Let's just let players stop. Let's let your Mortons, your Reece Williams has gone to Aberdeen. Let's let these players just leave. If Liverpool know they never go to play for our football club, just let them go. Just let them go. Just let them leave the football club and have a career somewhere else. You know. Stefan needs to go on loan like Elliot, but Joe, which club we said? He said Stefan. I'd send Stefan to Spain. I'd send him to Spain. Something like that. Let him play in La Liga for a year. Something like that, or send him to another Premier League club. Send him to Bournemouth. Here you go. Let Stefan go to Bournemouth for 12 months. You know, and that might be good for him. Yeah, somewhere like that. You know, we need Yeah, we need sell Thiago and Nat Phillips. Yeah, Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips is definitely leaving. Thiago, right. Thiago, guys. What are we saying about Thiago? Does he leave our football club? Does he leave our football club? What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Are we... Is Thiago leaving? Does anyone know about his Instagram thing? Did he ever have Liverpool in his Instagram bio? I'm not sure. It's an interesting one. He's got a year left in his contract, Thiago. We know Thiago is never fit, which is a major issue. You know, that is the issue with Liverpool Football Club right now. He's just had hip surgery. Now, if his hip surgery... Look, would Liverpool have gone and paid for his hip surgery if then they want to sell him the year, like that season as well? That's the thing, you know. I'm not sure. Part of me is like, Thiago, if you can have a fit Thiago and Thiago stays fit all season, alongside Szoboszlai and McAllister and Trent and Fabinho in that midfield, that's quite a sick midfield, you know. Thiago, Szoboszlai, McAllister, you know, a Thuram or a Lavia, a Fabinho. That's quite a disgustingly sick, beautiful midfield. And I'd love to see Thiago, fit Thiago playing in that. I just don't. Liverpool got to weigh up their options. Liverpool apparently has said they will not sign Thiago to a new contract. So if they're not going to sign Thiago to a new contract, is there a point in keeping him? He's got a year left in his deal. For me, if Liverpool wanted to seriously keep Thiago, I think they would have gave him a fresh deal by now. I think there'd be a new deal for him on the table. And I actually think Thiago would sign it. I think Thiago's happy at Liverpool. But Liverpool might have to take it out of his hands and go, look, you're not going to, we're just going to let you go. It all depends if anyone comes in with an offer. Big up, Sadiq. I would prefer Thuram, but the question I ask, is there a reason we are going for him over Thuram? Maybe Prem experience? Maybe. But I think we've got two technical, more of attacking kind of midfielders in McAllister and Szoboszlai come through the door already. Thuram is another sort of player that can get hold of the ball. He's a runner. He carries the ball really well. He's aggressive. He can get goals. He's quite attack-minded himself. The Liverpool want three of them and leave themselves a bit defensively short in midfield. I think that's what they're trying to work out. For me, just go and get both. Literally, go and get both. Sell Thiago, let Stefan Bajcetic go out on loan, and then go and get Lavia and Thuram. That sorts it out for me. Just go and get both. That's real. I'm starting to feel like that's what we probably should do now. Just go and get both. Just go and get both. 67 games missed since joining. Really? 67 games. Injury to injury prone now. Thing though, so what I've heard from Thiago's injuries is that Thiago's had a problem with his hip now for a couple of years, and Liverpool have just been trying to go through these injuries with physiotherapy and rehab and stuff like that. And a lot of other injuries he's getting is because of his hip. Now he's had surgery on his hip. He's had surgery on his hip now. So I think what Liverpool might think is maybe because he's had the surgery on his hip now, will that keep him fit now going forward? And we see a fresh Thiago. Because we have a fit Thiago plays 30 games next season. If Thiago is available to play 30 Premier League games next season, Liverpool are going to be successful. There's no doubt about it. You've got a fit Thiago. A fit Thiago as good as any midfielder in the country. We can all agree with that. Yeah. And he plays 30 games next season alongside a McAllister, a Szoboszlai, and a Lavia, and a Fabinho, and a Trent. Liverpool are going to be successful. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But if he breaks down again and gets injured again next season, we sit here in October this year, guys. We get to so it's the 15th of October, 2023, guys, and we're sitting here and going, right, Thiago's injured again. He's going to be out for 8 to 12 weeks. And we're going to be sitting there thinking, should we have just sold him in the summer? Should we have just let him go in the summer? And this is what Liverpool have got to do. This is what they've got to do now. They're buying well. Now they've got to sell well as well at the end of the day and let players go that don't need to be here. Let's see. It's a difficult one because I know Thiago does pull at the heartstrings because he's a damn good footballer. Big up Sadiq. I agree with get both, but then what about the defence? Yeah, I mean, I think Liverpool will go either by 2 more or 3 more players. That's the rumours going around now. So Liverpool are really looking at Lavia. They're looking at Thuram as well, but I think Lavia's on the top of the list. But Liverpool are very aware that they need a defender as well. Liverpool are linked with defenders. I think in a world that what might happen is that Liverpool get Lavia and they get a defender. And that'd be 4 players in through the door. If there's enough coppers in the purse, they might just get Lavia, Thuram, and a centre back. Look, if Liverpool do this, by the way, if Liverpool go and get in one summer window, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Thuram, Lavia, and a centre back, just go sit here, man. I'm going to sit here and applaud and go, this is what you're meant to do, FSG. That is what you're meant to do. That shows ambition. Thank you. Do that every year. Do that every season. Show that kind of level of ambition, and we're all good. The fan base will be all good. No, there won't be no slagging you off. You're showing that ambition every season. We're all good. But let's see. Yeah, fit Thiago's a baller. There's no doubt about it. But can he stay fit? This is the problem. Or do you let Thiago go, make up a space in your midfield, and go and get a player that you know is going to be more reliable for the whole year? Is that? It's Be like Charles. Like you said, Lavia is a gamble, which we don't need in this window. Really, Neves would have been a better option, and we need a DM. Let's be clear, Stefan isn't an everyday player yet. Yeah, exactly. Big up Monts in the house. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, big up the Monts in the chat. Go and subscribe to Monts, guys, if you've not already. Big sixpence. Big up Philip. It's just, look, it's just mad. Look, I've got yeah, that's the defender we could go for, definitely. Keston Smith, big up to you. Yeah, definitely. That's the right. I want to show you this, guys. So, yeah, that 11. So, Carvalho, that's the one I was trying to get my head round. I would love Carvalho. Apparently, this is the defender Liverpool want the most, is Carvalho. What are we saying, man? If you went and got him, and this is the team Liverpool put out next season. Diaz, Gakpo and Salah in the forward line. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Trent, Lavia. Then a back three of Carvalho, Virgil, Konate, Allison in goal. And then you got the subs bench there. Kelleher, Robbo, Darwin, Jota, Gomez, Curtis Jones, Stefan, Fabinho and Thiago. What are we saying? What does that squad do next season, guys? What does that squad do next season? I'm with you, Ross. He's the defender I want. When I was trying to think of defenders earlier, it was Carvalho. I was trying to get my head around the name. That's the one I want, Carvalho. If Liverpool could, there's no way in hell, let's face it, guys, there is no way in hell Chelsea are going to let him go to Liverpool. It ain't going to happen. But Carvalho apparently doesn't want to stay at Chelsea. He doesn't feel like he's going to play and get first team minutes. So he wants to leave. Could he force his hand and go, right, let me just go to Liverpool? And, oh, man. Oh, That'd be cup treble and a league title challenge. Yeah, RJ, I'm with you. It just won't happen, but that's a defender I want. That's a defender I want. If we're going to play this free at the back, Jesus Christ, this is disgusting. If we go and play this free at the back, that's the player I want in my defence. That's the player I want. But there's no way in hell Chelsea Football Club are going to sell Carvalho to us. There's just none. There's just none. But that's what I want. But take Carvalho out and put another defender there, guys. Take Carvalho out and put another defender there. Jesus Christ. That is Ross. That you've got probably more chance of that defender coming, no doubt about it. Probably more chance. But man, that would be wow. That and then there's this, guys. What do you think on this, guys? Let me know in the chat right now. I saw this on Twitter today. I thought I'd show you guys the most valuable goalkeepers in the world right now. Look where Alisson is. It might be because of his age. But they got him down as only 35 million. Arguably the best goalkeeper in world football, if not one of the second best goalkeeper in world football. They got down as only the 10th most valuable goalkeeper in the world. Oh, my word. Costa's a decent goalkeeper, man, but I thought I'd bring this to your attention. They got Ederson as 6. They got Courtois, who's older than Alisson, in 4th. For me, they got Ramsdale in 5th. I know age matters a lot in transfer market, but they got Ederson and Courtois above Alisson. Old Black is above Alisson. Alisson is 10th on this list. In my opinion, the most valuable goalkeepers in the world right now are Alisson, Onana, and whatever the AC Milan goalkeeper. I can't pronounce his name properly. For me, they're the top 3. So, yeah, and then Ederson probably 4th, Courtois 5th. Yeah, man, it's mad, ain't it? I thought I'd bring this to your attention. How is Ramsdale 5th? Yeah, I think Donnarumma's a bit overrated as well. I don't think he's that good of a goalkeeper. Just because he's big. No, Stegen's not in there, man. I thought I'd bring that to your guys' attention because I knew you'd enjoy that. If we don't give Stefan Bajcetic playing time, what happened to Philip might happen to him on the long run. Stefan needs more playing time. He does. But the problem is, I don't see where that playing time's going to come from if we get Lavia in the door, Thuram in the door. You got Henderson still there, Fabinho still there, Thiago still there, Curtis Jones still there, Elliott still there, McAllister, so Bosselai. It's going to be hard for him, man. It's going to be hard for him. Cosimo, value goalkeeper, the Porto guy, conceded 6-0 against us in Champions League, and Curtis Jones got 4 assists against him. Oh, man. All right. Oh, man. Where's Adrian on that list? Yeah. Oh, it's just it's madness, guys. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Before we, I've got one more. Let's have a look at Thuram's stats, guys. So this is Thuram's stats. I'll get these up for you now. So obviously Thuram, again, very tall footballer, 192 centimeters. He's about, what's that? About 6'4". Another tall player. Born in Italy, but obviously had French citizenship. A lot of games in the central midfield, defensive and left midfield areas. Obviously at Nice. He joined Nice in 2019. His actual contract expires in 2 years' time. So this is an interesting one, guys. This is the interesting one. Thuram's contract ends in 2025, in 2 years' time. Now, that's what's interesting. Now, Nice have got to be clever here. Nice will probably go and think that Thuram is not going to want to sign a new contract. His agent will be aware of this, that players are looking at him, teams are looking at him. You know, Liverpool are looking at him, Man United are looking at him. I think Bayern Munich's are looking at him. There's lots of big teams looking at this footballer. I don't see Thuram signing a brand new contract at Nice. I just don't see that happening. So if his contract running out in 2 years' time, you feel like this summer is the perfect time for Nice to get the most money out of him. Because if they don't sell him this summer, he's got 1 year left in his deal. He's probably not going to sign a new contract. So looking at this, you've got to feel like Thuram's probably going to leave this summer. As they got it here, the current rumours is Chelsea and Liverpool, but 73% they think interest. You know, Liverpool are the massive favourites of Thuram. So looking at that, I didn't realise his contract was up in 2 years' time. It looks like he's definitely going to have to leave this summer. There's no doubt about it, because if he don't leave this summer, January comes around, Liverpool and Chelsea might come back in for him in that January. He's got only 18 months left on his contract then. You know, and then when you get to that final year, and if he's not interested in signing a new deal, yeah, it could be trouble for Nice. So Nice are going to have to look at this as well and figure out what they want to do to Thuram. Maybe they feel like they got no choice but to sell him this summer. Yeah, they got his market value as 40 million at the moment, which I think is about right. There he went. He joined from Monaco for 500 grand. So 500 grand is all they paid for Thuram. So they're going to make good profit on him, whatever they sell him for. You're going to make a good profit on him. Let's go to Thuram's current season stats. So here we are. So he's played 114 league games in France, scoring 8 goals and 7 assists in his time at Nice. Here we see he's played 61 games in that defensive midfield area, played 48 games in that central midfield area. He's played 5 games at left midfield and 1 game at left wing. So forget about the left-hand side. Let's concentrate on these 2 positions here. 61 games at a DM and 48 games at the central midfield. He's actually played more games in a defensive midfield area than he has in a central midfield area. Let's go to this season. If my internet actually hurries up. So this is this season's stats. This season he's played 35 league games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 3 yellow cards. And most of them, he played 24 games as a central midfielder and 17 games as a DM. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Thuram possesses of future and that CDM for Fabinho is out. Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking now, I'm looking at Thuram here, and I'm thinking maybe Thuram can play that defensive midfield role. You know, he played 17 games there last year, 24 in the midfield area. He's versatile. He played 48 games last season, 2 goals and 8 assists, which means he has got a defensive brain. You know, he's not an out-and-out and attacking midfielder by any stretch of the imagination. He's a controller. That's what Thuram is. He's a controller in midfield. He's a ball carrier. He's not really about goals and assists. So maybe he can play that defensive midfield area. It's an interesting one. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys feel in the chat. Hello to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Get him in 25, 40 minutes. Peanuts. I prefer Thuram over Lavia. 2 goals, 8 assists. That's more than Hendo, Fab, and Thiago combined. True. That's true. By him. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one. There are his stats, though, guys. We've seen Lavia's stats. Now we've seen Thuram's stats. You know, apparently the French FA weren't too happy with him in the under-21s as well. I was reading some article on that today. He actually got his goals from a defensive midfield area. There you go, guys. So last season he played 24 games in that central midfield area and he got 4 assists. In the defensive midfield area, he played 17 games, 2 goals and 4 assists. So his stats are actually better in that defensive midfield area than they are in that central midfield area. That's an interesting one. I'm starting to feel like Thuram over Lavia now, guys. I really am. You got John Conway in the house. How you doing, man? I'm really feeling Thuram over Lavia, guys. Really am. With these stats. Yeah, with these stats, I'm really feeling that. Yeah, Thuram's a beast. Big up Jamie Thuram all the way. Big up yourself, Gerson. How you doing? Thuram plays in that double pivot, not alone. Yeah, and the way we're playing at the moment, if when Trent comes in on that right hand side, he's coming into that. I think Liverpool go change their stuff, the way they play. I think I'm doing good, John. Doing good, man. Pleased to see you here, my friend. Pleased to see you here. But yeah, with them stats, guys, I'm looking at it and thinking Liverpool might be thinking of playing a different way next season, which should be interesting. Because, you know, you're looking at these players like a Thuram, like a Lavia, look at Szoboszlai, looking at McAllister. It looks to me we're going to play a more technical game, a more possession-based game, a more pressing game than we've done in recent times. So maybe we're changing everything up next season, guys, which would be absolutely great because I'm sick of the flat 4-3-3. Yeah, I'm going Thuram, man. I think Thuram is less of a gamble right now than a Lavia is. We've got more to go back on Thuram and see. You know, he's been playing at Nice since 2019. You go back and see him even playing at Monaco. So he's got more, you know, there's more about Thuram's game that we can go and watch at a professional standard. You know, last season was Lavia's first professional real season in English football. You know, he's been playing Anderlecht kids, Man City kids, and then Southampton first team. So Thuram is maybe less of a gamble that way. So it's interesting. It definitely is. It definitely is. Yeah, big up to everyone hitting that like button, guys. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want you to go on that poll and tell me who you'd want. All right, there's a poll in the chat right now, guys. Thuram or Lavia, go and vote on that poll right now, guys. And once you finish voting on that, we'll go end the show. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Big up to all of you guys in the chat. Thank you very much for hitting the like button. And if you are new around here and you just subscribe to the channel, please let me know. I'd love to know. So if you are new and you just subscribe to the channel and it's your first time in the live chat, let me know in the live chat right now by putting a thumbs up emoji in the live chat. And I will shout you out for being a new subscriber. I'd appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Aaron went with Lavia. Tram price and quality wise, a much better deal. Lots of people picking Tram, but we need a DM, says Cam J. Yeah, Cam, we just had Tram stats up. Let me get them up again. So Thuram here, last season played 17 games as a DM, 24 games as a central midfielder, and his stats at DM were actually better than he was at a central midfielder area. Yeah, that was his stats last year, 17 games, 24. But if we go to overall, this is his overall. So since he's been playing professional football, in 114 games, he's played 61 as a DM and 48 as a central midfielder. So it's his whole time at Monaco and Nice since 2019. He's actually played more games as a DM than he has done as a central midfielder. So it's interesting. Big up, Jack Weaver. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up, Awkward Phoenix. Big up to you all the time, man. Big up to you as well. Big up. Haha. Big up to you. I'm new. This is my second stream. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Get both if we're a serious club. Big. Yeah, that'll be. No, I said that as well. Just go and get both. Go and get both. Big up Michael in the chat. Go for both. Full stop. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Scratch saying Thuram isn't good at DM, in my opinion. But what it shows that he's got defensive capabilities, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, Thuram, then sorry. Just no worries, Gandra. I think even if Thuram isn't the best defensive midfielder, what it shows is that he's got a defensive mindset to his game, which is good. You know, Thuram's got a defensive mindset to his game. He might not be the best DM in the world, but playing him in midfield as an 8 or something like that, he's still got a defensive mindset to his game, which is what we need in our team. There's no doubt about it. But personally, I'd rather go and get both. I'd go and get both. Yeah, big up to the community. Welcome all the new subscribers to the chat, guys, everyone in the community. Big up to all the mods as well, doing their job in the channel. I appreciate mods as well. And yeah, I appreciate it. Fenerbahce is linked with Thiago. Yeah, a lot of players go to seems like Turkish teams when they get to a certain age. I mean, that might suit them, you know. Big up Fenerbahce. I mean, how much do you seriously think Thiago go for, guys? Like 20 mil? 20 million for Thiago last year? He was still 10 million? I'm not sure. Big up Bob in the chat. Hope you're doing well, my man. Yeah, welcome to the community, guys. Well, welcome to the community. Everyone who's new, appreciate you all being here. Great live stream, Jamie, and everyone behind the scenes. Yeah, big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much. I actually think we'll get both, and I've got reasons for it. Share them out, my friend. Share them out. What's your reasons? I'm interested. Share it out. I'll read it out. Yeah, around 20, 25 million. Probably go to an Arab state, Jamie. Maybe. Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier, Michael. If you get Lavia in, with Lavia and Fabinho there, what does happen to Stefan? Does Stefan need to go out on loan? Is that injury to Stefan at the end of the season now going in the back of the manager's mind, thinking maybe he needs a loan next season? I'm not sure. Big up, my friend. Big up to you. Lavia is 19, doesn't need to be registered and will become homegrown as of next season. It will be future-proofing. We won't sign another midfielder for a few years. Fair enough. I'm not arguing that, to be fair. Do you think long-term Szoboszlai may be Mo's replacement on the right wing? Maybe, but that's a while away yet. See, I don't think Mo's going anywhere. I know there's a lot of people quite fearful at the moment because they don't trust FSG. Now, I've got my video at 6 p.m, so I don't want to talk too much about this right now. So I'm going to chat about this at 6 o'clock tonight. But I think people don't trust FSG and are just a bit worried that, we're spending a lot of money. You know, this is the Liverpool Football Club. We're going to have to make this money back. So I'm going to talk about that at 6 o'clock tonight, guys. So at 6 p.m. tonight, guys, go into your notifications, hit that notification bell, go and subscribe, hit the notification bell, because at 6 p.m. tonight, I'll be back with an FSG show. So make sure you're here again at 6 p.m. tonight, UK time. I do really, really appreciate it. Now let's have a look and see how this poll is doing on the chat right now. Let me have a look. Let me see what we all saying in the chat. Don't forget to go and smash that like button as well. I'd really appreciate it. 141 likes right now. So 87% of you are voting for Thuram. 87% of you have voted. 85% now are voting for Thuram. So Thuram taking a big share of the poll, guys. Yeah, I agree as well. I'm starting to think we should just get both. Mark Goldbridge is crying at the Liverpool getting Lavia. No issue with Mark, but loving the tears. Do you know why Man United fans are a bit worried? Because they don't look like they got any money, and David De Gea's off, so they're going to get a Nana in goal, who's going to be a quality goalkeeper for them. But they've got no goal scorers in that team. But guys, listen, that's me done for this afternoon show, guys. Thank you very much for joining me on your lunch hour. I do appreciate it. As I said, I'll be back at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. this evening to talk about FSG and the summer transfer window. So make sure you join me at 6 p.m. tonight. I do really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Smash the likes. Guys, I'll see you at 6 p.m. tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing.